Okay. The Opportunity of a Lifetime is brought to you by the Independent Plexus Ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. Okay. First of all, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about my story. I joined Plexus in April of 2013. And at the time, I am an RN and I was working for home health. So my day was basically to wake up, get in my car, be in my car all day, get out and see some patients, come back home about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then basically I would be charting the rest of the evening, the rest of the night until I fell asleep. I worked anywhere from 50 to 70 hours a week, and it was a lot of pressure and stress. So basically, that being said, I was not looking for another job. I wasn't looking for a network marketing company. I wasn't looking for anything that was going to take any more of my time whatsoever. And what had happened was a friend of mine, a coworker, found out about Plexus. She found out Sarah DeArmond. She found out about it through her husband, and she went to a meeting and just was blown away by what she had heard. And she walked into work the next day, and she just, her face, she was so excited. She had so much energy. I have never seen her that way. And she was just like, oh my gosh, do this with me. So I said yes, not even knowing what I was saying yes to. And she gives me this trial pack and she says, take this home, you know, drink it and get started until your welcome pack comes in. So I did. And what I noticed right away, day one, was that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was not feeling bad. I was actually had energy. I wasn't falling asleep. It just, that right there, I think really meant more to me than anything. And then the next thing I noticed over the next few days is I wasn't wanting to stop at McDonald's. I wasn't wanting to stop at, you know, Sonic, no matter what I would tell myself that day, that I was going to be good and I was going to watch what I ate. I had no willpower. So with Plexus, I noticed that all these cravings stopped. I actually couldn't even look at a menu from a fast food place and want anything that they had on it. I also increased my water, and I started drinking more water, which was another big strange thing for me because I do not like water. And over time, I just realized that this product, you know, was helping me to lose weight. It was helping me to feel better. It was helping me to be in a better mood because apparently I wasn't in the best mood. And another huge thing that it did for me was help my PMS symptoms. So that was a really big deal. It's something I've dealt with my entire life, and literally to the point where I was almost sick every single month. So that has been huge for me to not have to deal with that in the last 2.5 years. And so I started doing my own research about the company. I went to another Plexus meeting with some girls just 20 miles down the road, and I just was blown away by the testimonies I was hearing. People that were being able to get off medications, depression medications, insulin, feeling better, losing weight, not having cravings. I mean, it blew me away. And then I also heard them talk about the financial part of it. And, you know, these were, you know, stay-at-home moms, single moms, all kinds of different people that were making this extra income from Plexus. So I thought to myself, wow, if they can do this, this is something I could do too. And I went back and I started sharing this with my friends and my family. And I also had the opportunity to see the same things that I'd heard in the meeting just 20 miles down the road. I noticed that the same exact things were happening to everyone around me. And it was unbelievable. I was able to walk away from my job within just a few months because of it. And since then, it's just been a crazy ride with the opportunity. And now I've been able to live a life that I never even knew existed because of Plexus. And so that's why we're here tonight. We just want to share a little bit about the facts. A lot of people hear about Plexus, but they don't really get to hear the the really true reactions of what it's doing for people. And that's our goal tonight, is just to share some of that with you. I'm going to turn it over to my daughter, Kara Flippin, right now. She's a senior Ruby ambassador, and let her share a little bit of her story.
First of all, I'm going to apologize for any random crying that you hear in the background. I have a 2-year-old daughter that's a little cranky right now, but it comes with working at home. Anyway, my story is a little bit different. Before Plexus was brought into my life, I was actually a single mom. I was going to school full-time and I was working full-time, and I really didn't feel like I had time for anything else. I remember calling my mom whenever I was pregnant with Grace, and I was crying, and I was like, I don't want to be a part-time mom. Like, I don't want that for my life. And at the time, I just didn't really think that there was any other option. I just knew that what you did was went to college to get a job, to work, and you took your kids to the babysitter, and I felt like I would be a part-time mom. Anyway, so she comes up to me and she tells me about Plexus, and my initial reaction is, I don't have time for that. I've got all this other stuff going on. It's not something I have time for. So she spends about 2 weeks just kind of like a little bird chirping in my ear, telling me about Plexus. She was doing her research. She was kind of finding out more about it. She was getting really excited about what she learned, and she was continuing to share that with me. And then she took me to that same meeting that she went to, and I was the same way that she was. I was absolutely blown away. Like she said, the testimonies were unreal. Like, people weren't suffering from the fibromyalgia. Their lab work was coming back normal after being like off the charts. There was one lady there that went from smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day to not smoking at all, and drinking like liters of soda a day to not drinking any soda at all. And that kind of stuff just really caught my eye. And then along with the financial testimonies of these people, and that have only been doing it such a short amount of time. So I was really excited, and I went home and I signed up and I bought a welcome pack. And whenever my stuff came in, I started taking it. My baby was only 5 months old, so I had a little bit of baby weight to lose, and it kind of helped kick off it did help get rid of my baby weight. My face started clearing up, and I started having more energy. My daughter liked to keep me up all night long. So it really didn't matter if I got 2 hours of sleep or if I got 8 hours of sleep. That was the great thing with Plexus, is it kept me sustained throughout the day, and I felt well rested. And so I started just sharing this with everybody. I would go to work and I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and I would tell everybody about Plexus. And within 5 months, I was able to walk away from my full-time job. I decided I wasn't going to go back to college because I knew I had found something that I was going to do for the rest of my life. And since then, it has been an incredible journey. I'm still able to stay at home with my kids, making double what I was making as a nurse. And I know I just haven't even seen anything yet. So with that, I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right into it and kind of get started on our products and tell you what this is all about. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, what makes a great business opportunity? You're going to hear a little bit about Plexus as a business, and we just want to talk about, if you're looking for a business opportunity, some things that can make this really amazing for you. And one is it in the business of changing lives. Plexus is absolutely, a lot of you on this call can testify to that, absolutely in the business of changing lives. Another one is minimal investment. One thing, if you don't know, it only costs $34.95 to join Plexus as a business. And that, a lot of people can't believe that, but that's it, $34.95, and you can actually get started on your own opportunity. I don't know how many of you, but if you decide to start a business anywhere else, I'm sure it wouldn't just be 35 bucks. So timely products that work. Our products are amazing. You're going to hear a lot more about that. And a mind-blowing, generous, and unique compensation plan.
Basic things needed for a business opportunity. Well, you need something to sell. We've got that covered. Is it desirable? Most people that try our product definitely feel like this is something desirable. Does it have a high market appeal? The #1 health problem in the world is obesity, and weight loss is a $66 billion company, and we have thousands upon thousands of weight loss testimonies. Is it affordable? It is affordable, and it's backed up with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you can try it, and if you do not absolutely love it, you can get a full refund, no questions asked.
A little bit of facts about Plexus, their history and growth. First of all, the company was started in 2006. It was started as a breast health company. They just had a little breast health kit, and then a little bit later, they got the breast cream, which we now call the body cream because we figured out that it works for a lot of amazing stuff. And in the last 3 years, in 2009 is when Plexus Slim was introduced. And in the last 3 years, Plexus has grown by 457%. And I know if you are a business owner, to have that kind of growth is amazing. Growth quadrupled in 2013, and Plexus Worldwide is debt-free. And that is something that's very important to our owners. They wanted to make a company that could and should be done, a network marketing company, and they've done that. And it's very important that they stay debt-free because they want to make decisions that's based on the good of the ambassadors and the company as a whole, not based off the checkbook or investors. So that's a really big deal. The right products at the right time with the right company. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about that. And we're just getting started. There are less than 300,000 ambassadors in the entire world. A lot of network marketing companies have millions. We have the stability and the growth, and we're just getting started. Ground floor opportunity.
Here is a product overview of just some of the things that we offer. We offer products that help keep your blood sugar at healthy levels. We offer immune system support, gastrointestinal health, discomfort relief, detoxification, and healthy weight loss. All of our products are actually diabetic friendly, gluten-free, and contain no artificial sweeteners. We are the most natural health and wellness supplement and weight loss supplement.
I know a lot of you that are here, if you're looking over that list, I'm sure that you have people in mind, tons, actually probably you can count on both hands, that have problems with blood sugar, immune, gastrointestinal, pain. Just it's a huge industry, something the world is dealing with every day. Our products help get to the root of the problems. And what we found out is a lot of the disorders and the diseases that people have now is stemming from the root issues. And some of these root issues are blood sugar instability, inflammation, poor gut health, and vitamin deficiency. And we have products that address all of that.
Our Plexus Slim is actually the product that got us on the map. It was introduced in 2009. It actually looks like a Crystal Light packet. You just take it out, open it, pour it to a bottle of water, and shake it up and drink it. It's not a meal replacement. It's meant to just add with whatever you're doing. Just throw it into your daily routine. A lot of people like to, drink it in the morning before they get their day started. And it is going to help regulate your blood glucose levels. It's going to keep your blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, and lipids at healthy levels. It's going to help increase your willpower over food, and that's huge. That's where a lot of diets fail. They don't have that willpower over food, and this is going to help with that. It's going to reduce the binge eating. You're going to have sustained energy. There's no caffeine or stimulants added. Most people experience improved sleep, improved moods, and less anxiety, mental clarity, and like I said before, it is the most natural way to lose weight.
Another one of our products, we actually have a combo that is our most favorite package, that our most popular. It's called the Triplex, and that includes the Plexus Slim, the Probiotic 5, and the Bio Cleanse. So next I'm going to talk about the Probio 5, and what it does, it helps promote proper probiotic, healthy bacteria, balance in the intestinal tract, helps increase nutrient absorption, helps control fungus and yeast overgrowth. It contains enzymes and 5 friendly bacteria. And when we talk about yeast and overgrowth, fungus, with today's processed foods, with what we eat every day, how we live our lives, we ended up having a lot of the bad bacteria take over in our bodies, which is causing a lot of nasty problems. And some of these symptoms can be sugar cravings, anxiety, brain fog, fatigue, irritability, acne, dry, flaky skin, migraines. I'm sure a lot of you can raise your hands on some of those symptoms. Another one, when I mentioned brain fog, I think a lot of us deal with that. We never really had a word for it, but it's just something that we just thought it was the way it was. A lot of people blame it on age. They blame it on all kinds of things. And brain fog is basically forgetting what you were doing, walking from one end of the house after something, not knowing what you were doing when you got there, having things to do, forgetting it. So this is something that's going to help take care of that also. It is best taking it at night on an empty stomach.
I always like to share the story of my daughter whenever we talk about the ProBio 5. She was one last year during allergy season, and she, had awful allergies. Springtime hit, and we have like swollen eyes. We can't breathe. She was on breathing treatments and steroids, and she was just sick all spring long because of these awful allergies. So I actually started her on the ProBio 5, and I just give her half a capsule every single day. And now we just occasionally get a runny nose. And this year during springtime, you couldn't even tell that she'd ever had allergies. Our Bio Cleanse, we like to pair it with the ProBio 5. It's also great on its own, though. Don't get scared whenever you hear the word cleanse. It helps you have better bowel movements more often. The way Sheila Medina always explains this is if 3 cars go in a car wash, then you want 3 cars to come out. Most of us will eat 3 meals a day, but only go to the bathroom once every 3 days, and that's not normal and it's not healthy. And this is going to help you go the way that you're supposed to, so you do have a healthy colon. It's going to oxygenate your entire body, and pathogens cannot live in an oxygenated environment, and a pathogen can be anything from an abnormal cell to a cancerous cell. So you're kind of helping take a preventative measure, and you're not giving those pathogens a place to live. It detoxifies and cleanses the gastrointestinal tract and arteries. It's going to energize you both physically and mentally. Another thing is it has 95% of magnesium in it, and most of us really lack magnesium in our diet. And if you look that up, it causes a lot of awful side effects when we don't have enough magnesium. So getting this into your diet too can just help supplement that magnesium. It's going to enhance weight loss, support collagen production, and relieve constipation. And I know she talked about the ProBio 5 and getting all that. We talk about getting all that stuff out of your gut, and it kind of gets it ready and takes it to the curb to be dropped off or to be picked up. And the Bio Cleanse is going to kind of come through and just get that out of your system. Our X Factor is our multivitamin, and it's like a turbocharged multivitamin. So a lot of times if you go to, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever, and pick up a multivitamin, to be honest, it usually goes right through you. Your body is not actually absorbing any of that. This is made with aloe, and the aloe kind of acts like a mail carrier system. So it takes the vitamins and it takes it where it needs to go into your system. And they did studies that were proven that our vitamin provides a 300% more absorption rate.
The next product we're going to talk about is Mega X, and this is one of our brand new products that was just introduced. A lot of you probably know people that are on fish oil. This is the only product in the world that is a plant-based Mega, and it has the full range of omega-3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. No fishy aftertaste, sustainable and renewable ingredients. You're not having to worry about the quality of the fish oil or anything like that. Some of its benefits is going to be to help lower triglycerides. Lower levels of triglycerides are associated with good health, especially cardiovascular health, and that's very important. Supports healthy lipid levels, supports normal cholesterol and blood pressure levels, which can help promote cardiovascular health. Also is support for brain health, and it also helps with stress management and aids in relaxation. And that a lot of people perk up when they hear that, because that's a big deal. With the way things are nowadays, a lot of people have a lot of stress in their life. This is something that can help with that also. So this is just, again, it's just a picture of our full product line. We talked about some of our core products that we have. We do have some others that supplement with the weight loss that you can ask the person that sent you to this meeting. You can ask them about those things. We also have the chewable vitamins for children. We have the Ease, the cream, and the capsules that helps with the pain relief. So if you have any kind of pain, you might want to discuss a natural remedy for that. That's helping a lot of people. You know, all the side effects with the narcotics. This is something that can really help, and you're not going to have those crazy side effects. We also have, if you have anything like neuropathy, carpal tunnel, any kind of injury that you had nerve damage, we have our fast relief nerve capsules. That's just an amazing product. And we have our body cream, like I talked about before, eczema, just tons, you know, people use it for moisturizer, stretch marks, sunburns, just an amazing product. And we have our breast health check kits. And another huge thing that I did not mention is our Plexus 96. That is something that we cannot keep on the shelves. It's a crazy protein powder that is absolutely amazing. Has 15 grams of whey protein. So it's definitely something to help you. A lot of people, when they start not wanting to eat as much, don't get the proper nutrition, which does not help with weight loss at all. So this is something that can help fill in and get the proper protein in your body.
Common questions. A lot of people want to know, is it expensive? We just really want you guys to take the time to think about your daily routine and what you're getting. Have you ever caught yourself, you know, going through a gas station and grabbing like a 32 ounce or a 44 ounce Coke, or grabbing a candy bar or like a granola bar or something in the morning for breakfast, or stopping by your local Starbucks and grabbing a coffee every morning, or running through those fast food restaurants to grab lunch? We just feel like if you can afford that, then Plexus is something that you can afford. You can replace something healthy with basically the junk food that you're putting into your body. I always like to bring up the point here is, as females, we are only supposed to have 25 grams of sugar every single day. That's it, 25 grams. If you're a male, you're only supposed to have 35 grams of sugar each day. So if you're drinking 120 ounce Dr. Pepper every day, just one, you're getting 63 ounces of sugar in just that Dr. Pepper. Or if you want to be a little healthier and you're going to grab a Gatorade instead, you're getting like 21 grams of sugar in just that Gatorade. And remember, we're only supposed to have 25 grams a day. So just be conscious of what we're putting in our body and all of the junk that we're putting in our body. And that's kind of what's not making us healthy. And the Slim is going to be used as a tool to get you healthier. So it's about the same price, and your body's going to thank you for it.
Will it work for me? Again, we've been doing this for 2.5 years, and the testimony, we have thousands and thousands of testimonies of these products working. If it's taken correctly, it is helping with tons of health issues. It's great side effect of weight loss. And one big, huge thing is that we do have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So our company believes in these products 100%. And if it's something that you, for any reason, you can have a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Is it safe? Like we said, our products are very natural. If you do have any major concerns, then you can just go to your doctor and have the doctor go over the ingredients. I personally was able to take these products during my pregnancy and while I was breastfeeding, and I give them to my 2-year-old. I have gotten my doctor's approval on that, but we've been on these products for about 2 years, and so far none of us have grown a third leg. So.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about, there's 3 ways to purchase Plexus products. And the first way would be retail, and that is a one-time order. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee, like I talked about earlier, no minimum to order, no contract. This is going to be the most expensive way to get a hold of our products. The next way is to be a preferred customer, and that does mean auto shipment. It can be canceled at any time. It's also backed by our 60-day guarantee. And you're going to get 10% off retail, and then again, you're going to love it. And on your 4th shipment, you're going to get another 10% off forever, as long as you take it. And the final way is wholesale. And why we like to talk about wholesale is, one thing, you're going to be able to order anytime you want from yourself. you have a one-time option to purchase a welcome pack of products, which is priced below wholesale. There's no minimum order. You're going to get the deepest discount that you can possibly get. And one thing that is really great about this option of purchasing Plexus is you're getting an amazing business opportunity for only $34.95. That comes with a website that is already set up and ready to go, because what has happened for a lot of people is they get started with Plexus, they're taking it, well, their friends and family around them notice that they're feeling better, they're looking better, they have more energy, they may start losing some weight, and they want to know what the heck they're doing and how do they get it. So instead of the person sending them to the person that they got it, they have the opportunity to send to themselves. They can get on their website, order it, and it will help them also pay for their products. Plexus does pay us in 11 different ways. It's truly an amazing compensation plan for so many of us, to just be able to get into this company and first of all get our products paid for. Then we start realizing we're making extra money right away. It's just something that it's not like anybody else.
Did you answer the FDA question?
No.
Just real quick, going back, one of the common questions was, is it FDA approved? And we are actually a health and wellness supplement, so we just do not fall in FDA categories.
Okay, you have residual bills, right? So we're talking about, you all get electric bill in every month, you get a water bill in every month, whether you want it to or not. And what about them crazy phone bills? They come every single month, whether you want it to or not. Well, residual income is pretty much the same thing. It's based on work that you've done before that's going to keep coming and coming every month, whether you want it or not. Of course, you'll want it, but that's just a little description of residual.
So to touch on our compensation plan, we're just going to break it up into a couple different categories. Category 1 is based on retail and wholesale commissions. So anything that you sell over between $100 and $499, you're going to get paid 15% on that. And once you sell $500 or more in product, that's going to roll over to 25%. And it actually comes from your personal purchases and customers who purchase through your replicated website. So you're actually going to get commission off of your own product even.
When I first joined Plexus and I was going through the compensation plan, I just kept, I would call somebody, are you sure about this? Is this right? And I was like, oh my gosh, when they find out what they're doing, they're going to take it away because it is unbelievable the way that they pay you. Category 2 is business building bonuses. We talked about the welcome packs earlier. When someone purchases a welcome pack, the person that they purchased it from is going to get 50% of that welcome pack. The next one above them, 25%, then 15%, and 10%. And those bonuses are something that comes every single week. So it's a way to get started and make money right away the next week.
Category 3 is based on profit sharing and pay points. So basically, everybody that joins your team, you are going to get paid points on those people. And then at the end of the month, Plexus is going to pay you a dollar amount per those points. Right now, it's about $3 a point. The way I kind of like to explain this is, say Lori over here is a hairdresser and she does a fabulous job on my hair and I absolutely love her. And so I'm running around and I'm telling all my friends, you've got to go to Lori. She does such a great job. You've got to have her do your hair. So they're going to all go to her and say, okay, Kara told me to come to you because she said you did a great job. She's probably not going to call me and say, Kara, thank you so much for sending me so many customers. I'm going to give you 10% of all my profits. More than likely, it's not going to happen. So far, it hasn't happened to me. Anyway, that's kind of what Plexus does. The more people that I share this with, the more customers I get, the more people I get to join my team, they're going to pay me on that based on the company's profits. At the end of the month, they take 50% of their profits and they divide it amongst their ambassadors and they pay it out to us. Very, very generous, no tricks. It's just about sharing and helping others, and we get paid to do it.
Category 4, as you are building a team like she talked about with the pay points, getting people to join you with the opportunity, you're going to move up in rank. And first of all, like silver. That means you have 3 people that want to get in on this deal to buy the products at wholesale or work it as a business. And that you get a one-time bonus of $100. And then we have gold, senior gold, ruby, and senior ruby. And those are all additional ways that Plexus pays you as a bonus for building a business. When you get to the emerald position, you're added into what Plexus does is they take 50% of their profits every month and then they send that out to the ambassadors. What's called a pool. Well, that pool, they take 3% of it and they only divide it between the emeralds. So that's a nice little extra chunk, extra bonus every single month on an emerald's paycheck. And you're also qualified for the Lexus program. You get to go pick out this amazing white Lexus. When I went and got my Lexus, it was the first new car I've ever had in my entire life. And I couldn't even drive home. My husband had to drive. I was in tears. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. It really was amazing. And they will pay you $500 a month every month to pay your Lexus program. And another amazing thing they do is they send you on a trip. We've been going to Maui every year with our family, and it's blown away. And we actually leave next Friday for our next Maui trip. So I'm so excited about that. Then you can go to Sapphire, which is on top of your Emerald bonus, is another 1% that's only divided between the Sapphires. And then Diamond is the top level, and you can get another 1% that's only divided between the diamonds, and then you still have your Sapphire and your Emerald monthly bonuses. And also, then you get to go pick out a black Lexus, and they pay you $1,000 towards your Lexus payment every month. It's really crazy. In our area, we have about 10 Lexus. I don't know, the Lexuses, whatever the proper word is, driving around. And it's just crazy to have friends driving around the Lexus. You know, we all go to a meeting. We got them lined up everywhere in just a 20-mile radius. So it really is insane. And there's a lot more coming. This right here is just Plexus perks. One thing that we have been spoiled with is the trips that Plexus sends you on, the things that they do for you. And something that's very important to me is we have been able to do this as a family. My husband is an Emerald ambassador. He was a FedEx driver. Now he's been able to retire and just do Plexus with me full time. My daughter's in the middle top picture. That's me and my 3 daughters and Victor Antonio. And we are at Leaders Retreat. They all work their Plexus business. It's just something that it's absolutely crazy. You just wouldn't even believe me if I told you what it was like. But, you know, we wake up every morning and we have the freedom to do whatever we want to do, go where we want to go as a family. That's really huge. Something that I never in my wildest dreams would have thought would have been possible. So I want you to think about something. What if Plexus was the last thing you had to try? Because for me and for a lot of other people, it was the last thing we had to try. We're going to have a few more people share their testimony really quick. And so if we can, we have Faith. Do you want to start? If you can just unmute yourself and start talking, you should pop up here in front and share your testimony with us.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. My name is Faith Marlin, and I was introduced to Plexus a little over a year ago at my job. 2 co-workers of mine were using the products, and one of them that I'm pretty close to, my co-workers, had been suffering in pain for about 13 years due to fibromyalgia and overexposure to chemicals for painting dance backgrounds. And I watched her for 13 years. I knew her before she was sick, and then I knew her during her 13 years of struggle. And I watched her do like a 180 when she started the Plexus products. She was just a different person completely altogether. And she had tried everything before that. She had tried everything from Chinese medicine to chiropractors to acupuncture. And so everything that she had ever tried, it might help for a little while, and then it would come back. So it didn't sustain itself. So when I was watching her with Plexus, I was like, well, I'm going to watch her a while and see if this thing sustains itself and keeps going. Well, it did. I watched her, being the skeptical person that I am, for about 6 weeks before I decided to try it. And when I first started to try it, I tried it with a trial pack, about a 7 trial pack retail, because I absolutely didn't want any strings attached. And that was pretty stupid. I just wasted my money doing that, paying retail. But anyway, so then I decided I was doing another program at the time to try and lose weight, is what it was. And it was a program called Take Shape for Life that utilizes Metafast meal replacements. And that got old really quick for me. I just could not handle not eating real food 99% of the time. So when I first started, I was like, I'm going to try this and see if it'll help with my weight loss. And when I started, what I got was like a whole different ball of wax. I was like, within days, I was noticing things I didn't know to expect these things at all, but I was having this increased energy. And my job that I had, I was an operations manager at a school photography company, and a very stressful job, worked a lot of hours, usually 12 to 14 hours a day. And I would get up with the alarm clock at 5:30 in the morning, and for years I was just dragging everything. And I really didn't realize how bad I was feeling until I started taking Plexus. And within days, I noticed that I was getting up before my alarm clock went off, which never happened, ever. And I noticed, like 3 to 4 days into it, that I was standing in front of the mirror blow drying my hair. And this might not sound like a big deal to some of you, but to me it was huge, because I realized at that moment when I was looking at my face in the mirror, for years I would sit on the stool and blow my hair. And other things started that I had for years.
Uh-oh. We'll give just 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes these internet connections can't hold up. Faith, are you still on there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can now. We lost you for a second. Oh.
Oh, sorry. You're freezing on me. Can you hear me, Lori?
I can hear you now. You're frozen a little. There. Okay, I see you now. You froze up.
Go to a different place.
Okay. You froze up.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's just the way it is.
So anyway, I was just saying that my energy was like amazing, and I had a skin condition clearing up, and that was all within the first 7 days of taking the product. So I went ahead and, after 2 weeks on the product, decided to sign up as an ambassador, just because I was in love with the products already after 2 weeks, and I knew that I needed them the cheapest way I could get them. And so I signed up as an ambassador. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't even know this was a network marketing company, to be honest with you, and I didn't know what that was. So 2 weeks after signing up to get cheapest prices that I could, I actually got a deposit in my bank account, and I was like, what is this? It was like $400, and I didn't even know where it came from. Well, I knew where it came from because it said on the bank statement, you know, Plexus Worldwide, but I didn't know how I earned it. And so it was at that point that I said, I better figure this thing out because this must be the real deal. This is definitely legit. So I dug in and started studying in my back office and just learning more about the business opportunity. So fast forward from that, 6 weeks into taking Plexus, I want to let you know that I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I suffered with severe bilateral neuropathy as well. And I had gastroesophageal reflux disease as well, that I'd been on medication for like 18 years. And I had edema, which is fluid retention, basically. And I'm on medication for that as well. So 6 weeks into taking the products, I was off my nerve pain medication called tramadol. I took myself off of it because I wanted to see how I was doing with the Plexus products without the medication. And I have never been on it since. I've had no need for any prescription pain medication since last September of 2014. And if you don't know anybody with severe neuropathy, it's very, very painful. Nerve pain and numbness. It's hard to explain how terrible it is, but I will tell you that I lived in rubber Croc shoes for probably the last 6 years of my life. I could not wear any other kind of a shoe on my foot because it would create too much pain from the pressure of the shoe. And that really sucks because rubber Croc shoes are not attractive at all. So anyway, I got off the tramadol for the nerve pain. I had to go to the doctor for a physical. They did labs on me. The doctor called with my results and said, wow, your labs are doing great. Your diabetes is improved, your cholesterol's improved, your triglycerides, your kidney function, and you just keep doing what you're doing. She knew that I was taking Plexus because when I went for my physical, she asked what was I doing differently because I had lost about 17 pounds at that point. So her stamp of approval to me was to tell me to keep doing what I was doing. And then fast forward about 6 months into my Plexus journey, went back for another physical. Labs were even further improved, and she actually cut my diabetic medication, which is metformin, in half. And my A1C for my diabetes, which is a measure that averages your blood sugars over the last 3 months, went from a 7.2 prior to Plexus to a 6.1 at the 6 month check. And I haven't had a check yet since last February. So I'm anxious to get back in and get checked again. My doctor is very hopeful that she will be able to take me off the diabetic medication altogether. And a little side note, in the year that I've been doing this, I am down 42 pounds and about 4 pant sizes, which actually has become the thing that I usually forget to tell people about because the health benefits have been so huge for me, have changed my life, that the weight just becomes secondary. And I wanted to also let you know that as far as the business opportunity goes, I told you I made that $400 in 2 weeks and I didn't even know how. But also the end of June this year, I lost my job that I'd been at for 16 years. They were having budget cutbacks and my position was eliminated. So being at a company that I planned to retire from, I'm 54 years old, and I was wanting for a long time to do Plexus full time because I love this business. I love the company. I love the leaders. I love the team. I love the products. It's helped so many of my friends and family. But I wouldn't have had the nerve to let go of that security of the job that I had. But they eliminated my position. So I stepped out in faith from there and decided I'm going to do this full time. And I've been doing it full time since. Within 2 weeks after losing my job, my business actually doubled in size with Plexus. So I'm looking forward to many years to come with this great company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Faith, for sharing that. Next, we have Belinda Stevenson. If you can unmute yourself and share your testimony.
Sure. Good evening, everybody. I actually joined Plexus. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary. I'm a registered nurse. I work in the geriatric industry, which is quite a challenge in itself. And in my upline, and I met at a convention. Both of our husbands are police officers, and she was telling me about the product. And I'm be the first one to tell you I'm a total skeptic. And so I told her I would have to research it, but I did take the 3-day trial pack. And been taking place. My husband was diagnosed with some major health problems in 2004. He has what they call myasthenia gravis, which is in the MS category. He's a diabetic. And so, of course, I'm in constant nursing mode. Wasn't sleeping very well. In 2012, medical issues kind of escalated. And my daughter went through a divorce. So needless to say, I wasn't getting too much sleep. And so a year ago when Barb told me about it, I checked on, I slept all night long, and I woke up and felt like $1 million and had all this. So I was like, okay, this sounds like something I might want to do, because I don't believe in fad diets. And I saw a picture of myself, and I thought that was taken that weekend, and I was like, oh, okay, I've had enough of this. This has got to go. So anyway, I started on October the 1st full-time. By December the 12th, I had lost 14.5 pounds. I was sleeping all night long, had a lot of energy. My husband's looking at me at 10 o'clock at night. Is there a particular reason you're running the sweeper? Well, yeah, because I'm not sleepy. And so then I started him on the fast relief capsules, because with his diabetic, he was having some neuropathy, burning and tingling in the feet. By December the 12th, I'd lost 14.5 pounds. He was telling me that the fast relief capsules were really helping him tremendously. And then he had his hemoglobin A1C done, and it was at 7.4, I think. And so after 30 days on the Plexus, they did it again to 6.9. So his doctor was really information. He reviewed it and said, this is fantastic. There's nothing in here that's going to hurt him. Everything should be fine. The most recent thing with him was his cholesterol level was up, and the doctor wanted to start him on statins. And he already has restless leg. And I said, no, let's try Plexus Slim. So I set it out every day and made him drink it. He got his cholesterol results back 2 weeks ago. Thing had come to normal levels. Actually, some of them were. So I put, because of his MG, the issue becomes weakness with him. So he drinks the Plexus Slim, and I give him an accelerator every day at noon, and he finds himself mowing the grass and doing, what he wants to do for the whole day, which is great. I'm still plugging along, doing what I want to do. Block has been tremendous for us. We use it. We were using it pretty consistently. I kind of backed off a little bit because we were eating a lot of carbs, and now we're not eating as many carbs, which is great. I've dropped a total of 20 pounds. I've dropped 2 clothes sizes. My daughter, going through her divorce and depression, put on some weight. She's dropped 14 pounds. She had IBS. She does the triplex combo with the accelerator, and her IBS is completely cleared. She had some facial acne that is doing much better. And as far as financials, I'm starting to build my team. My first paycheck was $15. Um, over the last 3 months, it's kind of been above the 300 mark, which is fine. But I'm really have made a decision to branch out and work a whole lot harder to build my business, because I see from a nursing standpoint, these products can help so many people in so many ways. And my hope is to one day be able to retire from my position so that I can work from home. And I want to go to Maui. So that's me for the evening.
That is awesome. And Belinda makes fun of her first check was only $15, but I can tell you, I remember, thinking when being a nurse and working every day, if we wanted any extra money, because I knew what I was going to make every week. If we wanted any extra money, I know what I had to do to make that extra money. It was a lot of extra hours that I didn't have.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we have one more. This is our brand new Ruby ambassador, Jerry Ann. Jerry Ann lives in the same town as I do. So I'll let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her story.
Hey, everybody. Like Lori said, I just turned Ruby on the last day of the month, so just a few days old. I'm really excited. But I'm just going to briefly tell you about my story. I joined in June 2013. I joined for just wholesale prices. I didn't want to sell. I'd done Avon. It was a big flop for me. Never was going to do any kind of internet marketing or anything like that again, ever. But my best friend was, I've told her about it, and then talked to a couple other friends, and it just kind of went from there. My first check was $27. I guess that's something everybody remembers is their very first check. But I didn't even understand what I was doing to get it or anything. I had no clue. But anyway, I joined to feel better. I had fibromyalgia. I was miserable. I had filed for disability in April and had got my denial letter that month in June when I had joined. I had gotten it about a week before I joined, which had nothing to do with why I joined. But I was actually considering whether we wanted to get an attorney or not, because of the simple fact that the disability doctor had agreed with everything, said, yes, you do have these issues. But because of my age, disability determined that I could be retrained. Well, I had previously had surgery on both of my hands for carpal tunnel, and I couldn't do office work, and I couldn't work at a factory, so I didn't know what they were expecting me to do. So anyway, this came into my life within about, I'm going to say it was about 3 weeks. I was feeling better. I had energy. I wasn't fatigued as normal. My best friend, she's like, oh my gosh. So I start sharing it a little bit more. So it kind of went from there. I no longer have any pain. I have in a long time. About 6 months in, I'm having my fibromyalgia pain. No brains, no restless leg. Like a totally new person I was back in my 20s. I'm this month. Feel this way, feel this good the older I'm getting. But I'll fast forward onto my journey. October 2013, I turned gold. I sat at gold from October until February of this year when I turned senior gold. So I sat 6 months at gold. So what I'm telling to all of you, since I just turned Ruby, is that the opportunity works. You just have to be consistent and persistent and know that these products work and that the opportunity works. So you don't need to quit. You don't need to give up. And if you're just now thinking about joining, just jump in. Amazing ride.
Thank
So
you so much.
all I got.
That's great. I'm sorry. We had a little bit of technical difficulty throughout that, but I appreciate you sharing your testimony so much. I know we've known each other for a while, and I've just watched your amazing story, and it's just amazing. So blessed. We had lunch today celebrating her big victory of Ruby Ambassador. So I really appreciate you jumping on tonight and sharing.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's it. We appreciate you getting on. We apologize for a little bit of the difficulties, but hopefully you were able to hear a little bit about the products and the opportunity. And if you have any questions, just go back to the person that sent you here, and we will talk to you later. Thank you.